Water is a necessity, a right. But for the Navajo Nation, it's more than that. For centuries, the Navajo people, also known as the Diné, have lived in harmony with the land and the water. In the arid American Southwest, water has always meant survival, and for generations they've relied on one source in particular, the Colorado River. Stretching 1,450 miles, the Colorado River winds through Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, and California, serving over 40 million people. It supports agriculture, industry, and indigenous communities. Yet, despite living near the river, the Navajo Nation has no legal right to its main waters. Across the Navajo Nation, an area larger than West Virginia, nearly 40% of households lack running water. That's not a statistic from a developing country. That's happening in the United States. In isolated towns such as Prewitt Chapter, families must drive long distances to water stations or wait for deliveries that don't always come. Many live below the poverty line and cannot afford large containers or water storage systems. They explain, we reuse water as much as we can. Sometimes we have to choose between bathing and cooking. This daily struggle for water shapes every part of life, from hygiene and food to education and employment. In the early 20th century, major water agreements like the 1922 Colorado River Compact divided the river among 7 U.S. states, but indigenous nations were not consulted. Since then, a patchwork of treaties, court cases, and bureaucratic delays has kept the Navajo Nation from gaining formal access to the river's main flow. In 2023, the Navajo Nation sued the federal government, arguing that the U.S. had a duty to help secure water access from the Colorado River. The tribe has explained that this isn't just a legal case, it's about justice. The Navajo were left out of water deals a century ago, and they're still paying the price today. But the Supreme Court disagreed, ruling that the government was not legally obligated to secure the Colorado River water for the tribe. And just as the legal doors closed, climate change opened new challenges. The American Southwest is in a mega drought, its worst in over 1,200 years, driven by rising temperatures and decreasing snowpack. Reservoirs are drying up, crops are failing, and the Colorado River is shrinking. Snowfall in the Rocky Mountains, once a reliable source, now melts too early, runs off too fast, or doesn't fall at all. By the time the water reaches the tribal lands, there's barely enough to meet local needs. And still, indigenous communities like the Navajo Nation are expected to do more with less. While they contribute almost nothing to global carbon emissions, they are among the first to face the consequences. This isn't just about infrastructure, this is about human dignity. Children grow up learning how to ration water before they can read. Elders skip meals to save water for medicine or cooking. Some families use only 7 gallons a day compared to the US average of over 80 gallons per person. The Navajo people have described it as, when your basic needs aren't met, it's hard to dream beyond survival. This is about health, opportunity, and respect. Amid this crisis, indigenous resilience shines through. Organizations like Dig Deep, once focused on global water access, have turned their efforts towards the U.S., partnering directly with the Navajo Nation. Their Navajo Water Project installs off-grid solar-powered systems that bring clean water directly into homes. Each unit costs thousands. Drilling wells is expensive, and many aquifers are contaminated by uranium and arsenic, remnants of past mining on tribal lands. Despite these challenges, Dig Deep has helped hundreds of families get clean, running water, but with tens of thousands still in need, progress is slow. Dig Deep explains that we are building a new model for water justice, one home at a time. But we need policy change, we need investment, and we need people to care. For the Navajo Nation, water is more than a resource. It's spiritual, it's ancestral, it's life itself. This is a story about inequality, about climate change, about broken promises, but also about strength, about hope, and about the fight for justice. We must ask ourselves, how can we live in a country where some people bathe in luxury while others have never turned on a faucet? To lawmakers, honor indigenous rights and include tribes in water policies. To climate leaders, fight for those on the front lines of the crisis. To every viewer, learn, share, and support the change